I can't believable.
So a lot of people who follow our channel now probably did not know that we started our channel a long time ago, 3 or 4 years ago, where we were doing meal subscription boxes. Blue Apron, Hello Fresh, we've tried Plated, Home Chef. We've done a bunch of different meal subscription boxes. And it's been like a while since we've done another one.
Probably 2 years.
We stopped. The good thing about meal subscription boxes is that they do guide you. So if you're not super familiar with cooking or you're not really comfortable with a lot of dishes, it does take you out of that like box and helps you grow as a cook, I guess. And then from there you get confidence, and that's when we started actually just cooking on our own without following an actual, you know, subscription box recipe. But it had been a while and we were kind of missing it. So we decided to sign up for Sunbasket again. And this video is not sponsored, but Sunbasket, you're welcome to sponsor us. We would love that. But we will put our referral link down below if you're interested in trying it. There's always like a good deal. Like we decided to hop back on because we got a deal of like the first box that was like
half off.
It was half off or something. So definitely look into it if you're interested in trying to expand your cooking skills. So Sunbasket sends you 3 meals. I think you could do more. I'm not sure. Yeah, we did 3 meals. And the first 2 were already cooked. It was like a sausage one with like steak cabbages. And like a slaw.
Pickled slaw.
It was really good. And then yesterday we did the beef chili one, which was also really good. So now we're excited to do this one. This is Sichuan dandan noodles with ground pork and mustard greens. So this is the dish, Sichuan dandan noodles with ground pork and mustard greens, except they were out of mustard greens, so they sent us kale instead, which is fine. It's organic kale, and it's a good amount, so I'm pretty sure. I don't know if we're gonna use all of this in this meal, but we'll see. This is the noodle blend, so the sauce that we're gonna use. We've got Sichuan peppercorns, we've got roasted cashews, we've got red chili flakes, ground pork, organic scallions, and here are the ramen noodles. It's interesting when you look at the ingredients and you don't see that many ingredients, but then you look over here and it looks like this is a very like complex dish, but really it's just like 7 to 8 ingredients. So we've got a medium saucepan with water waiting to boil so we can put the ramen in. And then we're on to step 2, make the chili oil. So we just crush the peppercorns, and then it says to transfer them to a small bowl, add as many chili flakes as you like, and then stir to combine. It says stir in as much of the chili flakes as you want, but we like it spicy, so I think we're just gonna do all of it. So now it says on a saucepan, we're gonna measure out 2 tablespoons of a neutral oil, which we're gonna use avocado, because I think that's
all we got, really.
Yeah, really, it's the one that's what we're working with. So you want to get the oil hot but not smoking, and then we're going to pour it into the spice mix. The water's already boiling, so we're putting in the noodles, and this oil is ready, I believe. So transferring it into the spices. Now it's hard to know that it's hot and not smoking. I mean, obviously it wasn't smoking, but how do you know it's hot enough? But I'm sure it was.
Hope so.
We left it for like 2 to 3 minutes. The noodles are going to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we drain them and then rinse them with cold water. So we're gonna go ahead and start heading on to step 3, which is prepping the pork and the mustard greens, or the kale in our case. I'm gonna start de-stemming the kale, and then I have to coarsely chop it. And I will say de-stemming the kale was probably the most tedious part, but now I have to chop this up. And this is all the kale, which is a big mountain. So now they want us to use 1 tablespoon of this oil back into the pan so that we can cook the pork with that oil. So, about to do that. That does look like it's gonna be flavorful.
I'm gonna do this with everything.
Eggs.
This is how just little things that I pick up from these boxes.
Right, that's the cool thing about cooking with these boxes. They really show you things that you wouldn't think about usually.
It's usually just the small things, you know?
And now you're gonna add the pork, and it's gonna cook for about 3 to 4 minutes, so it's slightly browned, but not fully cooked. So now we're going to add the greens into the pan in batches, along with a half a cup of water, so that the greens kind of like wither or get wilt. That's the right way to say it. So there's the half cup of water, and I'll just put as much as we can for now. And then let it
just let it sit, right?
Once we take it off the heat, we added the noodle blend sauce, and then we chopped the scallions, we crushed the roasted cashews, and then we put the ramen into 2 separate bowls. So the only downfall is that the ramen by now is kind of cold. I kind of wish we would have just stirred the ramen in. I know it didn't say that, but I feel like the ramen will get more flavor.
In the past, like we've done that before with other boxes. But we have to heat it back up, right?
No, but that way the ramen, I don't know.
Okay, I see what you mean. So the flavor gets mixed up more and...
Yeah, if not, it's like all the ramen's in the bottom and then you don't really get...
How about just... Let's put it on the pan for a second. Just heat it up.
Yeah, because the ramen got cold by the time that we were done cooking everything else.
I don't know if our time, our scheduling, time management was off, but...
Yeah, these
usually
boxes,
the hardest part.
These boxes are all about time, like, management.
Well, that's what cooking is.
Right,
that's
in general.
The hardest part, I think.
Yeah, I think, especially when you're filming, it's even harder. Also, apparently this noodle blend is made from gluten-free tamari, cashew butter, honey, toasted sesame oil, rice vinegar, garlic, and ginger. Which I wish they would have let us make ourselves. That's the only thing that I felt like this little step right here would have been another step to make, but I guess they want to make it simple. We're also going to add a little bit of salt and pepper because that is also a very vital element to all these subscription boxes. They always tell you to salt and pepper everything, literally for every step. Yeah. It was like an obsession. But salt and pepper makes everything better. It's also so crazy how much the kale disappears. It was like a mountain and now it's just like tiny little... It's there, you can see it, but it's not like... It's crazy how much these mustard greens and kale and things like that, they just Swiss chard, they just kind of like disappear. Or spinach. Now with the leftover oil that we made with all the spices, it says if you want to, of course, but we will add it. And then we're gonna garnish it with the scallions. Do you call them scallions or green onions? Comment down below. Then last step is add the crushed cashews. And bam! Here is our ramen dandan noodles. They look delicious and a lot. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna eat all this. Let's see how difficult it is to get a proper bite. You have to cheers with me. It's hard to get like everything. Okay, cheers.
Cheers. That's it.
That is perfect. It's spicy. It's warm and comforting. Yeah, it's not super spicy, but it's like good. Also, we have an Asian-inspired dessert that we have come up with. Plus, we got mochi balls.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have that for dessert. Also, I take it back. It was really spicy.
Not for me.
I mean, I guess it depends on the bite you take because some areas of it might have more chili spice oil than others, but it's really good though. It's a little spicier than I thought initially when I first tried it. Oh. You said it wasn't spicy, but your nose is dripping.
I said it wasn't that spicy.
For dessert, we've got mochi balls. We got these from an Asian market, like walking distance from our house. We literally walked to it and just started exploring, and we bought like, what is it, miso paste?
Bought miso paste. What else did we get?
We bought vanilla extract.
Yep, it was $1.
And then we got these mochi balls, and we got one more thing, I think. But we've been making ice cream lately because you bought me an ice cream maker for Christmas in July. First, we started doing just like vanilla the first time just to make sure we could do it right. And then we recently did like a maple syrup and flavor, like inspired one.
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free maple syrup.
Interesting.
Now he wants to do an Asian-inspired type of miso.
Right, so I'm experimenting.
So what's in it?
It's miso paste, ginger, and sesame.
Sesame, yeah.
So
should be interesting. So we will try that, but as you can see, these are almost done. They have 3 different flavors. This one is filled with red bean inside. This one's peanut, and this one's sesame. It has sesame paste inside. We put it in the refrigerator so it's nice and cold. The peanut one is really good. I mean, they're all really good. This is the red bean one you can see inside. We went to Epcot, Japan, and and we were like looking for snacks.
Oh my god,
It
everything
was so
was like
much
what?
mochis.
But everything was like $11 and
Super
over
expensive. Here, this whole box was $4. That could have been $12 in Epcot.
I was looking for miso paste everywhere. I found it at Whole Foods for like $13.
Right.
Over here, it might have been like $4 or $5.
Well, let me show the container. It's a big amount. This container of soybean paste, which is a lot, and I don't know what we're gonna do with all of this, but it was like $4. And
right, I'm glad I didn't spend $13 because I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm gonna make ice cream.
But we're gonna make ice cream. So here's my little ice cream maker that he got me. And here is his concoction with sesame seeds and
miso paste,
ginger, all these fun non-traditional ice cream flavors. So all you gotta do is pop this in.
It takes about 30 minutes.
Leave it going. I mean, just let it go for 30 minutes and you got ice cream. Also, I'll link this down below on Amazon. Ooh, all right, it's time. And now we gotta try it. Let's see. So it does make it more like soft serve style ice cream. It's not
at first until you freeze it.
Right, you have to freeze it back again. But let's see. Cheers. It's very salty.
I think it's too salty.
Yeah.
Which is what I suspected might
I don't
happen.
like that.
I put too much miso paste in it.
It's too salty.
It's too salty.
Well, we can water it down, add more cream and stuff, and make it work. The concept is not bad though. It doesn't taste bad. It's just too salty.
Put a lot less miso paste next time.
Hey, it's experiment, so we're gonna get.
Can't wait to try it again.
We're gonna come up with some funky flavors for our ice cream. So.
And I don't taste any ginger. So more ginger.
I did taste a little hint of it, but
yeah, I think so. I don't know.
The
what
miso is just so strong that like.
It's just salty.
Don't do miso ice cream.
No, do miso ice cream.
We might. Well, once we get it down.
Less. Oh, the fail.
Still a fun Asian-inspired night of miso ice cream, mochi balls, and don don noodles. So why not?
Yeah.
We'll make this ice cream work. It'll be fine.
Toodaloo.